I have literally been blown away. I have been blown away. It has been the most unbelievable. Like my heart is just expanding and ah, to get all the messages from you and to see people in my inbox that I haven't talked to in years. It feels like a past life back when I was health coaching and different positions I've had in your life. And anyway, this has just been amazing. And I want you to feel from the deepest part of me how grateful that you let me know that you're listening, that what I'm speaking is touching those places in your heart that just really resonate, that really make you come alive. Some of you have shared some really personal things, like different topics, different things that on the different videos, the different reels that I've posted. It's brought up questions inside you that you've been able to ask yourself. And those moments, you just can't, you don't take those lightly. Those are big. Anyway, I wanted to start this by just expressing incredible gratitude for each of you. And now, moving forward, I've been so excited. I'm going to encourage you, if you're hearing this and you don't know what I'm talking about, if I start talking about topics that you're like, what is she talking about? That means that you haven't been following along. And there's no pressure, but I'm not going to recap every single call or every single recording to get people up to speed. I'll spend the first 15 minutes, hitting bullet points of the last 2 months, right? Can't do that. So I just invite you, go back on my reels because they're all saved. Stories will disappear after 24 hours. But reels live forever, it feels like. So anyway, I just invite you because I'm chronicling everything on the reels. So they'll roll right into the next topic. They'll roll right into the next, what's coming through for me. So it's been so interesting because those of you that are following this know that I have started this program supposedly teaching me how to sell, right? And I just love it. I didn't realize, first of all, because one of the first assignments was in posting these different types of content, different types of stories, different types of posts, right? And I didn't realize how much I learn about myself and how much I miss that voice connection. I've known, and we've talked about this in previous recordings, the power of our voice and our words that they create, right? It goes out into the universe and it starts creating, and ideas create. People are created. They come into your world. Relationships build or they drop off. It's evolving constantly using our words, right? Then when we add emotion to the words, it's like, whoop, bam, there's more, right? Here, it just escalates. So I didn't realize these last few days, I haven't been using my voice. I've been using my internal voice, and it comes through, I hope. I feel like it does. It's coming through in words, in video, in the music, behind the words, right? Everything, it's all working together, except my voice. My audible hearing my voice has been missing. And I'm telling you, besides feeling highly inspired to share with you what I'm going to share today, for me, I've needed it. For me, I've needed this outlet of Give me my people, give me my family, give me my, right? Give me my audience, because there are those of you who are called, not to me, Kathy, the person. I'm a conduit for what Spirit wants to bring through for you, for your life, for your growth, for your understanding, right? But more than that, I'll get into that more. Anyway, I couldn't wait to get on here and just say, hey, it just feels so good to connect verbally, audibly with you. So I've gotten unbelievable confirmation already, just in the beginning of this program I'm taking. Because it's like I already have known. Like I said in a previous recording, to me, life is a sale. It's an exchange of ideas, and it's not trying to convince people or persuade. That's the old version, right? And some of what I'm trying to figure out with my new world is how to blend old processes with new methods, new intention, right? And so it's a dance for me. I'm learning my way. I'm feeling my way through it. Anyway, so when I'm focused very heavily, and you guys, this rekindled program, this masterclass that I'm doing, I invite you really, really open up to this, because you can see the evolving of how things are changing so fast. When I updated the cover image on my Facebook, the cover image, I updated it so that it would reflect the most recent inspiration, right? And there's nothing like tripping down memory lane that you think would span months. You would think it would, there would be, one image could last on your timeline longer than just a couple of weeks. Like you would think, right? So I'm tripping down memory lane, and I'm looking at these images going, oh, that's right. This whole inspiration started out as a leadership tool. It was going to be a conduit to bring through evolved leadership and how to use the tools that we're being given, and the inspiration that's coming through with our teams, with our people that we impact in our family, people that follow, right? I didn't know that now already, that's old news. That's so last year. And rekindled, it may have something to do with leadership, ultimately. It may, and I'm not going to go there. I used to start with the end in mind. Holy cow, where's the end? It's like an ongoing saga with no end. It's like that puts a limit, that puts a curtain. It makes a finite stop that I can't do, because this thing is like it has a life of its own. It's like this rekindled masterclass is leading me. It's like the spirit inside this masterclass is guiding me what to share and calling to different people. That's why different ones have been called to my stories, and why you're watching things and you're thinking, what in the heck is Kathy doing? All this stuff about romance and marriage and couples, and what is she getting married? What's she doing? Right? It's because it's calling. It's piquing interest. It's pinging you. Like, over here, here's Kathy. Look what she's doing. There's something in here for you, or not. Because we can always choose, right? Like, okay, yeah, not feeling it. Love this song, Kath, but not feeling the vibe, right? So, and it's okay. this master class you would think is about couples, right? You would think it is how to be a leadership couple, perfecting your relationship together so that you can evolve to be a conscious family, right? And it's moving through all those stages. And it's none of those. It's beyond that. And that's why I'm going to highlight this one concept for you to just kind of chew on. And some of this, I'm going to be very honest, I've had to take a minute or many to process how this looks, how it feels inside, because you are not going to learn anything. Most people hold master classes to teach, right? That's my degree. I have my master's degree in online teaching and learning. That's why this is so funny. The irony of this is a crack up, because here I am inviting you to a master class and telling you you're not going to learn. It's not going to be anything that I teach, right? Just like talking about relationships. And I'm going to be highlighting different things that Spirit's bringing through about the dynamics of a relationship. When I've been married umpteen million times and divorced so many times, it's like crazy that I would be the person chosen, and that's what I am. For me, this is a calling, and it has my name on it because it's the most ridiculous thought that all my things in my past that I thought were screw-ups, all the decisions, all the choices that I thought I just made a big mess of everything and that we had to sort through and heal and forgive and move on. It has been so strategically used by God. It came to me yesterday. A gal told me, she goes, Kathy, how did she word it? It was so classic. And wouldn't you know, now my brain will freeze on it. Oh, shoot. I'm going to have to come back to it. But it was big. I'll just have to come back because I must not be needing to mention it right now. Yeah. So rekindled is not about other people. It's not about learning a system, learning the ropes of leadership. I had it all in place. I got downloads about conscious leadership and how it can tie into your life and your businesses and how you live your everyday life with all the changes going on, right? Had the whole thing. And it's not going to be about that. So it's already changed and moved to a different place because that's life. You guys can feel it already. We've moved so fast through so many different areas of disclosure and chaos and confusion and trying to get our footing and trying to get our bearings and how do I really feel about this? And we've been questioning our beliefs and questioning how does this fit? Where does this, right? We've been asking ourselves those questions. The premise of Rekindled is going to be something that you are going to experience. And it's going to be for both, as you can already see. It's not co-ed. It's not women and men in the same group. Where there's going to be a master class for women and there's going to be a master class for men. They don't have to be husband and wife. You can be single. You can be divorced. You can be never married. You can be grateful you were never married. You can be grateful you're divorced. You can be grateful you're married. You can be grateful, and you will be in your own separate masterclass, right? It's going to be life-changing. And those of you that are going to be attracted to this class are going to be open to new possibilities, new perspectives, new ways of looking at things, and you are going to, it's going to not just transform your life, but you're going to experience the impossible. There's going to be areas that you're going to look back at after the class and go, how did that happen? That was impossible. I wanted this to happen years ago. How did that? It happened. So it's amazing because it's tying together my YouTube channel of miracles and magic and miracles, tying together with opening myself up to learn how to quote sell, right? How to communicate differently on different levels with different people at different times, right? So I can pretty well promise, if you're happy with your life, you're content, you don't want to rock the boat, you think you're right, you think that everything, like, anything other than how you're living right now is a waste of time, or it's a distraction or a diversion, then this won't be for you. And that's okay. Like, it's not a judgment call on me. It's not a deal breaker for our friendship. That's certainly not it. But you know what I'm talking about. This is going to have your name on it, because it's not going to be dependent on what company you're with. It's not going to be dependent on if you have your own business. It's not going to be dependent on what church you go to. None of that is going to matter. These are soul issues that you're going to feel inside. So that as I share, as I talk right now, like right here, right now, you're going to feel it with me. Like, boy, Kathy's talking in the clouds again. This isn't anything I can put my finger on. Like, I don't know what she's talking about. It's not outlineable. I can't take notes about what she's talking about. But I feel with her. And it's the craziest thing, because it feels like I want more. Like I want to hear more. I want to feel more of this. Follow those promptings. And in the description of this recording, I did up a quick form asking just basic information to get you to, so I can plan the masterclass. So there's room. It's going to be limited. I'm not going to have it wide open to the masses. And I want to make sure that I'm in tune, right? So those of you that are already feeling compelled, like you already like, it's free. What have I got to lose? I'm going to go and figure it out. I'm going to go and just find out. If there's a curiosity behind it, come on and see where it takes you, because each of you are going to walk away from this masterclass with a different outcome. That I can promise. My delivery is going to be totally spirit-led, totally not scripted. I already have gotten the basic context, the basic framework as it, and I'm not going to steal my own thunder. So that is enough about that. I am so excited. These days that are coming up are the most exciting days, and I hope that each of you are feeling it in your own way. I hope that you're tapping in ways that you can say yes. Say yes. Say yes to as many people as you can about as many things. try to stay open. Try to not be closed off and be very selective. Oh, here it is. Here it is. There was a saying that I was just reminded of this morning. And on one of my previous recordings, we talked about the importance of your inner circle and who you're around. Who are you opening the very deepest part of you? Who's there? Who are you sharing that space with? It's so important. I was reminded, even when I don't have all the specifics of who and the details of it, but if they put all the clocks in one room that are all set to different speeds, all the clocks are unique, right? You put them in one room, after a certain time, they will all beat at the same rhythm. They will be calibrated to the exact frequency and timing and vibration of each other. So if clocks can be like that, do I even have to tell you the importance of the people that you're with? Be very, very selective. And don't feel like you have to justify or explain or defend. If there are people right now that you are associating with that are not raising your level, that are not encouraging your evolving and growing and understanding and searching, I invite you to revisit those associations. Love them and not maybe be around them all the time. Limit. You know how to move forward. I'm not going to micromanage how you live your life. I'm just saying, if clocks adjust their calibration because of a frequency, because of a beat, our hearts are the exact same way. And I wish they would I wish I know of a test where people that have heart issues, maybe they're out of rhythm. And this is a big thing in my family. Many people, well, not many, but several people in my family have had issues with heartbeats, being an AFib, being out. My mother, before she passed, this was an issue. And I remember when she got her pacemaker, regulating and setting that heartbeat so it would be stable and consistent. I wish they would do a test where if they put people all in a room that have heart issues with the intention of beating regular by exposing them to people with a strong, regular heartbeat, if they would all adapt and go back into rhythm. I would just love to see that. And then, I don't know where that came from. I don't have heart issues, but I know enough people that do. So hearing this about clocks was just kind of a whew. Anyway, I'm going to leave that right there. There's probably more, but I think this is all for this recording. As I feel inspired, be open. The master class is, I haven't set an exact date. It feels like it's going to be, I'm tentatively feeling like between the 7th and the 10th of March. So, but don't hold me to that because it's in flux and it could be sooner. Again, I'm like the go-between with this thing. The master class is leading itself. It's calling in all y'all, right? So we'll just go with the flow, see how it lands for you, and just fill out the form if you're interested. It's very short and it's just quick. And then that way I can be maneuvering with that, and I'll be getting great feedback from that. Okay, you guys have a great rest of the day. It's so good to be back in vibe with you. Love you all.